What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Bell Outright Occult Gaming. Today we are playing Darksiders II Deathinitive Edition, and we are continuing our journey. And right now we're gonna go ahead and continue throughout the this is called, I believe, the Lost Temple. So we're just gonna go ahead and continue throughout the Lost Temple. So far it's been a pretty chill experience. You had a little bit of combat, but mostly construct puzzles. And really, we're just at the beginning of this place. We still have quite a ways to go. And it looks like we got a switch over here that we need to operate. Likely to get our construct through that gate down there. Yep. Take these guys out. And even the combat right now is pretty chill. These guys can't really touch us, they're a bit too slow. Well, I say that guy just smacked me with a sword, so talk shit, get hit, I guess. Yeah, the construct can just casually punch through this this corruption here, stuff that we can't even destroy. Alright, we got our dungeon map. That's going to reveal all the nooks and crannies of this place. Not that we really need it. That's one item I don't really care for in games like this, because I prefer to know what parts of the dungeon I explored and which parts of the dungeon I didn't explore. So that sort of thing I don't really have a ton of use for. That's gonna be ye old bottomless pit. And it's funny how they hid this treasure chest. You really can't see it behind this item here. You really can't see it back there, so you don't know what to expect. I find that to be interesting too, how that like slowly powered that door. And as we can see here, we got a room filled with these sentinel constructs. And these guys aren't too big of a deal. They do have some weird abilities, such as they can shield themselves and they can buff other enemies. They're not too big, they're just, they're fairly annoying when you got like a room full of enemies, that's all. Yeah, when they're shielded, you actually can't do any damage to them. I believe they also absorb enemy souls. Maybe not. I actually don't think they absorb enemy souls. Because enemies don't drop souls in this game. Well, they do drop lurchers. So I think they do absorb health and soul lurchers, or wrath lurchers. pretty good track on that attack. And again, the better attacks are going to be the attacks with the delays in them. Those are going to be your weaker attacks. And I'm really playing like shit right now, like I'm getting hit with just about everything. Now we got the big guys coming out. And I got totally smacked by it without even... Just completely smacked. Did manage to take him out though, but he smacked the shit out of me. Alright. So that's gonna be... That's it for the combat. Oh no, nope. Now we got two construct champions. Thankfully these guys aren't like these guys can still mess me up, but their level's not too bad to deal with. Fighting two of these things at once is so unnerving. So either one of them can just take you out in pretty much a single blow. I have no clue why I'm not healing right now. No clue why I'm not. Okay. In case you guys are wondering, this is post commentary. Pretty sure the whole playthrough is going to be post commentary. Alright, luckily we got this one guy out of here. And number 2's gone, so that's going to be the end of that combat stretch. We got some goodies for it. Awesome. Now, here now would be a great time to gear check. I'm not sure if I do it here, but we did go through quite a bit of this area, and we even got some items before we stepped inside. So it looks like I do gear check here. So we do have a better scythe there, and I think we might have some better secondary weapons too. We do lose strength, but the damage is higher. That and the gore whoop maul, we need a few more levels to get that. So it looks like the Carcano Smasher is the best thing we have for now. And I probably should have checked my armor as well. Alright, so door to the I think that's gonna be the east. Door to the east is locked. So we're gonna use this door to the south. And we got a boatman's coin there. Oh, game messed up. Alright, game just totally died on us. I forgot about that.
This is the tale
temple.
thus far. The drenched fort was dry, but the horsemen loosed its waters. And then the makers rejoiced, for their forge burned anew. From its fires they made a key, one which could awaken stone.
I'm gonna have to remember to actually play all those on another playthrough, because that's one thing I haven't done, and that's actually a good thing about the game messing up right there. I was able to show you guys that particular intro screen recap, I should say. Okay. So yeah, THQ Nordic is you guys can't see me make the pinch motion, but they're this close to being a independent studio pretty much. Gotta get that boatman's coin again. So yeah, they're to me, this studio is kind of like the in between a AAA studio and an indie studio. Like their games have a bit of a rough touch to them. And yeah, there's some unexpected crashes. Even in the remakes such as this, there's some unexpected crashes and things like that. Which I don't mind too much. Like, it's not like it's happening all the time. Alright, we got a Journeyman's Compass. One of the lost journeyman treasures. When lost or searching for wonders, this compass can guide you in the right direction. So this is something we could potentially use, but I don't. Death doesn't get to keep it. So we're just gonna give it back to the old pup. More constructs, which I'm always on board with. Alright, there's an elevator, there's a construct. There's no way I'll forget about this. No way. Alright, we need to find our way up. Just found it. Hey, another construct. I think this is actually... I think the fact that like seeing another construct here just made me forget that the other one existed. Anyway. There's quite a few things to do in this room as well. The map already shows us there's a treasure chest there. There's a couple doors we can go to. This door here completely unlocks. But if we put the construct down there in the other divot. What am I talking about? There's no divot down there. Alright, and there... down here is another area, and the map shows us the treasure chest right here. Right, and really there's no other reason to come down here, so we're gonna go back up. Alright, now inside here we're gonna find another fence. And this is going to hide a Book of the Dead page. So we do want to get over there somehow. And over here is actually how we'll proceed. So we need the mech over here. Or I should say the construct. We need that thing over here. But how do we do that? Simple solution, you need 2 constructs. But I for the life of me could not figure that out. So oh, there was a divot over here. Okay, I wasn't crazy. Now this divot opens that door over there. So we need a lot of constructs. Or a lot of balls. Alright, and that gap's a bit too large for us to clear. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in this tiny little room here. And it's very confusing when you've forgotten about the very first construct. Very confusing. Even though you just saw the construct maybe 2 minutes ago. You know, once you get another construct, you just forget everything that happened before you got that construct. What's a guy with a single construct to do? How would he proceed forward? I wonder. I am only limited to 1 construct. What could I ever do with merely 1 construct? Such a life isn't maybe not a life worth living. Such a life is a life of lack. But what can one do with 1 construct? There's another room here with this. There's not one construct. There are two constructs. And if I have two constructs, I'm a god. I mean, I'm able to proceed forward. So that's get the second construct. Yeah. Here we go. Got it. Next, a construct army. Anyway, now that we don't need this elevator anymore, we just take this construct and pilot it into this room. Now that this door is open, we can use construct number 2 to create a path for us going forward. So this construct, just pop it right here and create this chain here. Now the only way to get off this construct's back is to mount the chain, unfortunately, which creates a little bit of confusion when it comes to getting off of it. Alright, cool. So now we don't need this first gate over here. So we can take this construct and move it further down. Which will open that door over there. Alright, now we can go ahead and hop over here. We can actually go back over here and pick up that Book of the Dead page. And yep, just got confused there myself. So you just want to hop off of it. Alright, how many is that going to be? Alright, we got 6 out of 10 pages so far. Alright, cool. And now we can proceed forward. And this area is really cool. This area is like a dam, pretty much. Well, actually, you know what? We haven't even gotten to the dam yet. He's beating this. Ooh, 1463. That's a lot of damage. There's a huge disparity in damage between my scythe and those masters of Carcanos. Like my scythe's doing like 200 and the master's doing like 1600. It's insane. Alright. And this area honestly deserves a thorough examination because it's a beautiful area. Some top-notch level design. Alright. So this is going to be an ambush as soon as I go to the door. Not too big of a deal. Just some prowlers. They can give you a hard time if you're not careful. Yeah, they can really jump across the whole fucking level. And that jump attack also has a ton of armor on it. So for these guys, if you're having trouble actually hitting them, you might want to switch to a fist weapon. either a buckler or a pair of claws. Because they are pretty fast, and they can dodge out of the way pretty well. Alright, we got some stalkers on board too. So yeah, you're probably gonna want to be topped off. My skeletons are doing a ton of damage. You know, they're providing a great distraction to keeping these stalkers off my back. And that's the best part about the Necromancer ability, Zoom, is that the skeletons are great distractions. Like they pretty much keep the pressure off of you most of the time. They do decent damage. And I love the executions in this game. They're really good. Oh, look at that backdrop. Man, it's dope. You almost pancake me. Now this area is like pretty expansive. So right now we're in another indoor area. There is a very large outdoor area coming up. And if I were to go through the game and maybe pick out a list of top 5 dungeons, this one would likely sit close to the top. Cause I really like this one. This one's like I said, a nice mixture of outdoor and indoor exploration areas. And it's just so expansive and peaceful, like, and the puzzles are really good too. Simple but engaging. I really like it. Here we go. We got another Book of the Dead page. That'll be number 7. Some pretty neat architecture too. Man, I love Death's animations. So slick. Actually have 2 different ways to go. The way back here though is actually just a shortcut. This just leads us back here, and then that's the corridor that we took before the game crashed on us. Tough stretch of combat here with these 2 guys. Tainted Construct Champions. Now we're kind of onto these guys a bit more. We know what they're capable of. We know what to look out for. So maybe, just maybe, they won't be as difficult as they were before. Maybe a higher level though. Level 8. These guys are fairly relentless when it comes to attacking. The Masher Carknos, or any heavy weapon, is a great option against them. It does stun them. Like if you hit them enough, they do get stunned. Don't really know why I'm not healing. I guess I'm trying to conserve healing items, but in this particular situation it doesn't make sense. Should definitely probably heal. Heal or die. And there's death. Yeah, I guess I was trying to be a badass or something, but it just doesn't work out. So best to just heal. Alright, we're doing a quick gear check. So one thing you guys are going to learn about later in this playthrough is what you can do if you're having trouble. You can actually, well, I'll explain a little bit better. What you could do if you're having trouble with like a level boss or a level mid boss, you can actually save skull in areas such as this. So this room here is filled with a bunch of different pots that could potentially contain items. What you could do as you're fighting these guys is you guys, like if you pick up a useful item or something like that, you can't save it as soon as you do that. The thing is, it saves your state, so it'll save your experience levels, your levels of HP, and your levels of wrath. It'll even save how many items you have and your equipment and things like that. So do be careful with it. Like if you use up all your health potions and you save it, it will save that state. But it can be used for your advantage. For instance, if you're low on Reaper energy, and you can actually save it as you build it up in a fight, and then once you die and the game reloads, it'll restart you with the Reaper energy that you saved. So any state that you save, when you respawn, you'll come back with that state. So if you're smart about it, you can make things a bit easier for yourselves on the harder difficulties. This is something I didn't consider until much later in this playthrough. So I'll likely explain it later. Just due to the nature of how I'm recording this commentary. It's going very slow when it comes to recording, but we have Boatman's coin over here, so let's go ahead and get that. Well, yeah, if you're having a little trouble. Right now I'm just kind of whittling these guys down. There we go. Got one of them down. Bam. Right in the face. And this guy's done too. It's not over. Got little pissant enemies now. Who can kill you if you're not careful, so I should probably heal right now. but apparently I'm really not respecting these enemies here. And I really should, because maybe 2 or 3 hits from these guys can take me down pretty bad. It's like right there, he almost panicked. Alright, not bad, not bad. To the victor go the spoils. Yeah, and with that save method, basically guilt saves too, so you can also use it to collect gold if you're really struggling. Alright, I think we broke apart just about everything in here. So after that, Symphony of Destruction. Let's go ahead and proceed forward. Okay, now this area here is legitimately one of my favorite areas in the game visually. So right over here. Or actually no, I am getting this area conflated with another area. This area looks great, but this actually isn't one of my favorites. Actually, I take back what I said about the top 10 dungeons too. This area is good, but I was actually thinking of a different area combined with this one, so my bad. Construct call. Oh, this boss fight with the stupid bombs. I really didn't like this boss fight. Right here you'll see me struggling to pick up these bombs. Because it just wasn't, it didn't give me the prompt to pick up the bombs. And then they were only dropping on his side of the screen, so this fight was annoying. And this fight's always annoying, particularly in this playthrough. See, it's not proccing for some reason. I'm doing pretty good damage to this guy though. Alright, I actually healed before I died. How about that? Of course, he got to me before I had to throw the bomb because there was a split-second delay. There we go. Yeah, the entirety of this fight's pretty annoying, especially with these guys being summoned on these weak spots revealed. He'll probably go down as one of the worst bosses in this game for me. It is kind of a revisit of Tiamat, because Tiamat had the same bomb gimmick. But yeah, he can hit you from across the screen and blow those bombs up. It's really stupid. Because it really depends on luck, because all these bombs don't seem to fall at the same time, like only a certain side of them fall. I don't know, there's something about this fight that just doesn't make sense to me. And I actually don't think I really was hitting his core. Yeah, it doesn't look like I did any damage to him. There's annoying enemies in the way. Alright. So hopefully he doesn't blow it up. There we go. So now we can probably finish him off. These guys are just in the way. Go. How's that? Should just about end it. We got another cool execution cutscene. Awesome, and we got the skeletal acts of rending. A tale often told amongst the dead plains concerns a proud warrior who boasted often of his skill, only for it to later be revealed that the braggart had claimed the victories of others for his own. As punishment, the warrior was transformed into a magical axe, doomed forever to assist others in gaining the glory he had so wrongfully sought. Although this axe does not strike as hard as many other weapons, it steals the vitality from those it strikes and transfers it to its wielder, strengthening him while weakening his foes. Critical hits with the axe rend the foe for even greater amounts of stolen health. So this thing stays good for a very, very long time. I do recommend using it as soon as you can, because you'll be using it for long past the amount of time it should be used, because that health steal ability is really good. So we can actually use it right now, and it is weaker than our Karkanos Nasher, but it is very good. Health steal is very good. It basically steals health on every hit. Alright, and we have completed the Lost Temple, which is a very, very good level. I'm just not sure if it's going to be in my top 5. Because I was getting confused. I believe the next level we go to is the level I'm thinking of, with the huge outdoor area with the dam and the water. Alright, and we found the Warden. Again, these are the guys from Darksiders 1. I call them golems in that game, but they're actually called wardens. Giant sentient constructs with the entire soul of a maker.
You may ache, Warden, but you're not corrupted. Not yet.
Corrupted. Then it was not a dream. The Makers have need of me.
The Makers say that you can reach the Foundry, and that a Guardian lies within.
The Foundry.
The Foundry, yes. It is where I was cast.
I think I'm thinking of the Foundry.
Was lost. And now, you will need my help.
This place, what was it?
I cannot tell you. It's on the tip of my tongue, but my tongue seems to be elsewhere.
Corruption spreads across your realm and you slumber.
Stone is heavy. It is easier to rest. In my dreams, I can move again. In my dreams, I am flesh.
Will you help me, old one?
Yes.
Alright, this guy's gonna take us directly to Adar.
Hold on, little one.
This part's rather annoying because behind him is a treasure chest. So I'm gonna have to come all the way back here to get that treasure chest. I don't know if you could basically back out of his conversation to get it before he takes you.
In my slumber, I have felt the Guardian reaching into my dreams. He is the strongest of us all, but in his heart there is a hunger. The Guardian was built to destroy. He has much in common with corruption. You must speak with Adar and make your peace before we cross over. There may be no crossing back.
Ah, I see what he's saying. That's a bit of a foreshadow. Okay, so I did notice that treasure chest, so we're just gonna go ahead and fast travel back. Yeah, what I was saying is I'm not sure if you could actually just back out of the conversation with the Warden in order to pick that treasure up before he warps you back to Stonefather's Vale. But it would have been nice, because it is annoying having to fast travel all the way back. Then we have to actually traverse the entirety of the dungeon. Luckily we unlock shortcuts, but still, that's kind of ridiculous. And there isn't anything going on that's special with that particular treasure chest. We're just gonna get it for completionist sake.
This is no place for a horse.
But it is very annoying that you get teleported away before you can pick it up. Because you can't even get it until you wake up the Warden. So I hope there's a way to just back out of the combo, go behind him, pick it up, continue the combo, and then get warped back to Stonefather's Vale. Anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and go pick it up. Forward rolls, they are the elite of forward travel. I think one of the best things about Darksiders 3 was the fact that they introduced the run button. That's one of my guiding principles when it comes to game design, is the implementation of a run button. There's nothing worse than playing a game where you have to explore, or where you really want to explore, but your travel distance is so slow. That's why I recommend the run button in just about everything. One of the cool things about Tomb Raider Legend back in 2006 was the fact that you could actually do, make traversal much quicker by mashing the, I believe it was the Y button, or the triangle button on the PS2. But just having options to either run faster or traverse faster, to me it makes games feel more immediate. So I prefer stuff like that. Or when Pokemon introduced like the running shoes. Only thing I can say about Darksiders 3 is I wish the run button was faster. I wish her run speed was faster, I should say. Alright, we did get a new secondary weapon, so maybe worth? I don't know. Can't see me shrug. But maybe worth. I don't know. Okay. So I'm assuming we're going back to the Nook to go ahead and pick up some extra treasure chests. I'm going to pick up the treasure from the treasure chest. The treasure chests themselves stay stationary. And you know what? I actually could have left these. No, we don't really need these yet. It's fine. You got quite a few secrets over here. Bolton's coin. I'm not sure if I got that stone bite yet. And apologies for forgetting things that we may have covered on this playthrough already. Because of my recording schedule, I'm not quite able to really record these in a timely fashion. So I'm actually maybe a couple of weeks removed from when I actually played this part of the game. I think I'm maybe 2 or 3 weeks removed from it. So everything tends to basically bleed together for me. There's always a wild car outside. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I really could have waited right here because we have to come through here anyway. Quite a few more times, actually. That's the thing about this game. It does feel RPG-ish. It feels pretty good to actually go through and have random battles. Because you do get experience points for it. Alright. So in here, now that we have this pistol here, we should be able to get the stone soundbite that's in this particular area. There it is. And I guess that's what I was waiting for before coming here, was to get the pistol. Alright, we got a treasure casket. And I would say that that's worth, because we got a rare, I think that was a scythe actually. Okay, so I've noticed these limbs. So since we have our maker's key, we'll be able to activate the golem we saw earlier. And as you can see from the map, he goes by the name Oran. So we're going to go ahead and activate Oran. Or Orin. Alright, this is where our good old buddy was. But unfortunately for you guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap the episode up here. So on the very next episode, we're going to go ahead and talk to Oran, who's going to give us a very interesting side quest. So take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Peace.